Remember that thing back in the day when I said I had a schedule? Yeah, no, not scheduled. No, not happening anymore. Nope. So I figured I'll just upload whenever the hell I can / want to when both decide to line up fairly nicely. And then for your enjoyment, I will talk over videos and have material. But I'm low on material lately, so I went to the Smogon Wi-Fi Battle Finder, had my first match against a guy by the name of UnhappyCarousel. The first one unfortunately disconnected. I thought it was a fantastic match. He had a great comeback in it. It was worth mentioning. But we decided, hey, we'll do best out of 3, and we'll see how it goes from there. So he's going to go and lead off with his Latios. I'm going to go ahead and lead off with my Ninetales. The first one was a Clear Skies one, and I figured, hey, I'll bring weather for this one. I'll see what's going on. I don't actually know if he knows my channel on YouTube. Spoilers, he did. Whatever. Not that it really ended up mattering too much, but hey. So he goes for Draco. I am max HP, max special defense, so I know I can take this hit fairly well, just based on what I don't know what item he's going to be, but I know I can take a Draco Meteor from full HP is what I'm trying to say. So I end up burning him because, you know, residual damage is going to end up being nice. And then I try to go for the double Willow here, thinking that he's not going to want to stay in. I mean, it's not going to kill me off, so it doesn't really have much benefit for him to stay in, I guess. So it was like, over predicting a little bit already. To be honest, I kind of expected him to go something fucking else. I don't know. Something that wouldn't mind getting burned, but something I could also burn as well. So he goes for another Draco. I'm just like, shit, you know, I'm trying to burn something. I think I ended up going for Flamethrower on this turn just to get some damage, even though it's kind of pointless. Damage is damage. I would much rather catch something else on the switch versus, you know, waste the turn going for Willows. So there's that. I think I protect right here just to get a little bit of HP back from lefties and to rack up a little bit of burn damage on him as well. And then I can always go for the double protect, but even if he's at -6, I'm pretty sure I can take a Draco Meteor at this range just based on the amount that I was at earlier because he's fucking -6 Latios. So try to go for the double, you know, gotta risk it for the biscuit sometimes. Doesn't end up working out on that one. That's fine. So he's gonna go for another Draco. I live it on 5, which I find fucking hilarious. But he's all the way as low as he can go, and then he chooses now, you know, to switch. I don't know why he chose now. Maybe he ran, I don't think he ran out of Dracos. I think he just wanted a decent opportunity to switch when I would try to protect or whatever. I don't know. Whatever the case, it worked out really well for him because he gets his Crobat in, and he decides to go for the Brave Bird. I figure I don't see any weather users on his team, so I'm just going to leave it in to die. It already set up the weather. We can Latios a little bit. Little did I know that, yeah, I kind of needed Ninetales a little bit more than I was letting on. First off, Heatran is now my only fire type, and it's got a 70% accurate fire move, and that kind of blows. But it hits Latios, thankfully, to finish it off. Even if it didn't, the burn damage from this turn and the next turn, I do have Protect on this thing, in case you're not familiar with the set, but I could have just done that to finish it off. Anyway, he sends in his Breloom, like, shit, okay, I'm going to have to leave something in to sleep, and it turns out he's a Tech Loom, and he goes straight for the Mach Punch, and it does not take me out, but it does a fuck ton of damage. And on top of that, I missed my Magma Storm, which is fucking fantastic. I would have been okay if I took that much damage as long as I killed him off, but I didn't. And then stupidly here, I leave it in. I just didn't want anything else getting put to sleep. I wanted a safe switch into this thing. I don't like dealing with this thing, and that Magma Storm, like, you're probably going to tell me, hey, if you don't want to miss Magma Storm, run Ember. Shut up, Joey. God damn it. Okay, so bring in my Venusaur, because I know I can resist both of his stats if that's what he does end up running, and I can put him to sleep as well because the sun is up. So got my sleep powder going on, and I do have the HP Ice, but I actually am predicting him to predict that, which is why I decided to go out into my Kingdra for whatever reason, expecting something to come in. I was not expecting Crobat to come in. I don't know what he thought I was going to go for. Probably the Sludge Bomb, thinking about it. That kind of makes sense, but, you know, hindsight's always 20/20 and whatnot. But Donphan is my main thing to take hits from Crobat, and I was like, okay, as long as I have Donphan around, since Heatran isn't around anymore, I should be able to handle Crobat more or less. And then he brings in Metagross. Now, this should have been a red flag for me. I don't know why it wasn't. And I was like, okay, I'm going to hit him with an Earthquake, and it's all going to be over. And he fucking has Grass Knot. And I'm just sitting here thinking, shit, I haven't seen that shit in so long on a Metagross. I don't even understand. But Justice, I'm not going to say justice does come in the form of a crit earthquake. I mean, it probably did matter to an extent because I'm not fully offensive, but to be honest, I really valued Heatran a hell of a lot more than I valued Donphin, especially because I don't really see an opportunity to get the rocks up. I was just thinking, okay, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. So I'm going to go for the Ice Shard, try to get some last-ditch damage off. Had I known he was going to fucking set up manual rain here with Crobat, I would have gone for the Stealth Rocks and then the Ice Shard. That would have worked out great. But turns out he does that. Actually, thinking about it, Ice Shard probably would have done that much, and then you'll see what happens later. So it's kind of pointless, I guess, thinking about it. But he brings in Swampert. Swampert, what? Ice Shard ain't gonna do shit, because not stab, fucking defensive and all that stuff. And I figured now is just going to be a good opportunity to leave it in, because he's probably going to end up wanting to set up his rocks and shit right here. So, hey, there's that. Or he's going to kill me off, either or. Turns out he goes for Ice Beam, probably predicting my Venusaur to come in or my Sawsbuck to come in, so kind of good that I didn't, but to be honest, I don't really think it would have taken out either one from full HP, and I could have just countered with a 4 times effective grass move. But now that Manual Rain is up, I came kind of, sort of prepared for this because I get to bring in my Life Orb Kingdra, and it does have the Swift Swim, so I'm going to go ahead and go for a Surf. It is Life Orb boosted. I believe I am Timid, which is what scares me because it leaves him with like this much, and he brought this Jirachi to the last match, so I know if I don't kill it off, he is going to Thunder Wave me. He's got the Thunder Wave, the Zen Headbutt, the Wish, and I think the U-Turn instead of the Protect, so there's that. But I do take it out cleanly with 2. I'm glad I didn't get any extreme damage variations because I did not want to get T-Wave, but the rain does stop. And this was interesting. I'm glad I switched out because I thought he was going to just straight up go for the Earthquake right here. There wasn't really much of another option, but I decided to go out into Sawsbuck, and it turns out he tries to Mirror Coat me, so I am really glad I got the hell out of there. But he's going to go into Breloom. Not really much. I couldn't have really played around this if I tried. If he wanted to go into Crobat, I was really fucking close to double edging, and right here he gets a crit. I find it really completely irrelevant because he's gonna end up having 1 turn of sleep guaranteed, which is why I decided to go for another Horn Leech again. If I didn't get the crit on the first one, I probably would have just gone for another fucking double edge. Or maybe I would have risked it depending on how much damage the first and the second one did. I don't know. If he split them both up like kind of like that, because that's what a crit kind of does, you have that. So it's at this point in the match that I'm realizing I don't think I have anything that can take on Crobat, and that kind of sucks. So he's gonna end up taking out the rest of my pokes with Crobat, I believe. The only chance was if I were to live it with this, but it is a Stab Brave Bird coming from a Crobat. I don't know what item he is. I'm not really seeing any lefties or anything like that. I can assume Banded, but he's just cleaning house from here. So that's what happens. I sent in my Venusaur, and because I was not expecting Manual Rain on a Crobat, along with a couple of other factors mixed in, I lost. But I haven't seen sets like that in a while, so I don't actually mind losing like that. It was really interesting, and I was like, huh, how about that? That fucking worked out great. But I did have plenty of things for Swampert. It just kind of makes me wonder what I could have played differently along the way. Probably that Donphan against Metagross thing. Maybe it might have been a little bit more obvious to the rest of you. I was just not expecting Grass Knot from that thing at all. So there's that. Anyways, that was a game. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, you're welcome to leave a like rating, comment, subscribe, and do your thing. I'm probably going to be off hunting more material on the Wi-Fi Battle Finder, or I will end up streaming once or twice more this week. We'll see what happens, but I am running kind of low, and I'm going to see what I can do about videos for the rest of the week as well. So there's that, and I will see you guys later. Bye.